Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you a couple very simple basic ways to animate text in After Effects. So first thing you want to do is add a new composition, and I'll just name this text. And you notice you have your new composition window, your timeline, your project window. So the next thing we want to do is add our text. So select your text tool and add whatever text you would like. For this I'm just going to add my name. You can position it wherever you'd like. And you notice down in your timeline now you have a new text layer. And if you scrub the timeline, you notice there's no animation. So to add that animation manually, under your text layer, scroll down the options and you notice you have a text property. To the right of that you have an animate property. So if you select the little button, it looks like a little play button, you notice all these properties that you can animate. So for this example we're just going to choose scale. And now under our text layer we have an animator property. Under that we have a range selector and scale. So in order to change the scale you can just click and drag the numbers, and by default it's going to animate every character. So to change that, under your range selector right above that you can scroll down to see the properties, and you notice you have a start, end, and offset. So you can select the start and just scroll and change where it starts animating the scale. So if you wanted to select letters just in the middle, you can select your start and change that, and then drag your end to the left, and now you have just the middle characters being animated. Or you can just click and drag the lines that control your start and end position. You also have an offset property, so you can offset it from wherever you started your start and end position. And I'm just going to leave that at 0. And you can add another animator, or a better way would be to the right of your current animator you have an add property. You can select that little button and you can add properties to that animator. So if you wanted to rotate or change the position of it or animate that, you can select all of these. So you can imagine the possibilities of what you can do with these animators. So now I'm going to turn that animator off, and I'm going to show you a automated way to do this using presets. So you can scroll all this up. So with your text layer selected, go over to your effects and presets window, and there's a little flyout menu to the right of that. If you click that and go to browse presets, it's going to open Bridge, and you notice all these folders. What we want is text, since that's what we're animating. And when you go into your text folder, you notice all these different categories you have of things you can animate your text. So we want to animate our text in. So we'll select that folder. You notice you have all these different presets you can use. So if you click on any one of them just once, to the right you'll see a preview of what the animation is going to look like. And so you can just go through and find whatever one you want. And I'm going to use smooth move in for this one. So in order to add that to it, you have to make sure you had your layer selected, and then just double click whichever one you want. And you'll see After Effects automatically adds that to that text layer. So if we preview it, our text is animated in. So that's just a very simple way to do it. Now using the presets, it's really cool because it automatically adds all these keyframes in for you. So if you scroll down and open up where all those keyframes are, open up your animators, you can modify these keyframes or add keyframes, take keyframes out to make it your own. And there's tons of different presets you can use to do this with that just makes this much more simple and quick. So that is just a very basic rundown of animating text in After Effects, and I hope you enjoy.